What's going on, guys? Adrian here at Vance Outdoors. Want to give you guys a little tip. If you're a youngster just getting into fishing, or if you're just a little green whenever it comes down to bass fishing, you're looking for a really good technique to get a lot of bites, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share it with you guys right now. And there's actually two ways to rig this, and they're both really good, and I'm going to tell you why exactly use each one in each scenario. So for the starters, this here is a Berkley General. It's a 5-inch stick bait, and I'm going to get ahead and I'm going to crack one open and take them out of the package. And the first thing that I like to do with this stick bait is I like to grab, these are just O-ring pliers. You can buy either these O-ring pliers, you can use a Sharpie, you can use just about anything, but these here are actually super convenient. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put, it's a small piece of rubber that I'm actually going to put on the top side of the plastic worm. A lot of you guys are probably wondering, like, why are you adding a rubber O-ring to a wacky worm? But no, so what this does is it actually holds that bait so much better whenever you're fishing around a lot of fish, you're getting a lot of bites. It actually holds that worm extremely well. It's going to allow you to catch multiple fish on one bait. So once I go ahead and I put that little O-ring tool on this bait, I'm then going to grab my weedless hook. This here is just a Fusion wacky hook. It has a fluorocarbon weed guard on there, and there's actually two ways to rig it, and I'm going to jump into that right now for you. The standard one is weightless. Whenever I'm throwing a weightless 5-inch stick bait, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to hook that bait right in the middle, and that's exactly how I would fish this 5-inch wacky General. One of the rods that I like throwing this on is just a standard, just 7-foot medium Veritas. Price point's right around 120 bucks. I like throwing braid to fluorocarbon. Flat out just gets a lot of bites. If I'm trying to get bites, this is what I'm gonna throw. But now I'm gonna get ahead and show you guys one of my favorite ways to also rig this bait, and it's whenever I'm fishing around deeper water. So what I'll do is I'll get ahead, and the cool thing about this is actually made by VMC, this little O-ring. It actually has holes on both sides of it depending on how you rig it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take the weedless wacky hook, and I'm actually going to hook it. So now it's actually horizontal to the worm. You can see it's streamlined with the worm. And you guys are wondering probably what's the deal with this and what's the big difference? The big difference is this right here. They make these little nail weights. They make them in lead, they make them in tungsten, and they're small. They're actually shaped just like a nail, small piece of nail. And that's what this is gonna do, is it's gonna add weight to that bait. So I'm gonna get ahead and insert it into the fat side of the worm, and I'm gonna push it all the way up inside the worm. I'm gonna make sure I pull it off. And now, this is a technique that's called Nico rigging. So now, instead of you having a weightless worm that's gonna take a while to get down to the bottom, that's fine when you're fishing shallow water. But anytime you're fishing in 10 feet of water or more, 9 times out of 10, me personally, I'm gonna throw the Nico rig. It's gonna get ahead and it's gonna sink down to the bottom, and you still have the same action that fish just can't resist, and that's a stick bait. So make sure you guys check it out. I don't care if you're a rookie or if you're out there fishing for big tournaments and big money. I can't tell you how much money I've won on this bait over the years.